had an amazing career in the SEC. As we are underway here in Birmingham. And Houston will be on offense first, and it is the interesting path of Jalen McClendon.
Yeah, college started out at NC State behind Jacoby Brissett, then Baylor, where he made one start in college, cup of coffee in the NFL with the Commanders, then was in the XFL with the Vipers. But as I mentioned in the open, just his 8th career start since high school in 2014. So a guy that is super talented, but a guy that is still just learning how to play the position. And talking to CJ Johnson, I think last week there was a couple times he wanted to let it rip, push it downfield, take some risks. He's been very careful with the ball. I look to see this team be more explosive today in order to get the W here against the 3-time champs.
'29-year-old quarterback is McClendon. Start off on the ground with Zaquandre White, who only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Let's look at the impact players.
Yeah, they've struggled to run the ball this year. So I look at 2 receivers. Lawrence Keys, one of the fastest guys in the entire UFL, and Justin Hall, who leads the UFL in receptions. They need to have big days. And on the other side, Stephen Gilmore is a ball hawk. Interception last week. Could have had 3, really. And Trey Norwood, great rangy free safety. If Houston's going to take shots, Norwood's going to be in the mix all day long.
Norwood had a big tackle for loss a week ago in their win. 2nd and 10. McClendon with time as he connects over the middle out to the 42-yard line to Justin Hall.
I mentioned the run game kind of struggling. You love to see this offensive line kind of flex their muscles, but they're going up against a Birmingham defensive front 7 that maybe is the best in the league. That front 4 is really tough to move. So this offensive line has got a tough task and a big role today in Houston's chances to get some positive momentum.
An offensive line that is coached by Tom Cable. Veteran coaching career, brings his expertise to the Roughnecks. 3rd down and 3. McClendon against a 4-man rush. Gets it to the outside quickly for a 1st down to Justin Hall.
Yeah, that's been the guy in the short game that McClendon has looked at every opportunity. That's why he leads the UFL in receptions. Again, when's this first shot gonna happen? Right, I mean, this offense needs to stretch the field vertically. Needs to at least show that they can do that, so those windows start to open up and the run game can get going for the Roughnecks.
7-yard reception by Hall. White on the carry, and White is met again and driven back. Eric Price is the offensive coordinator for Houston.
Right. Pass 15, Willie, Topper, Z-Spear. Z short, gun fix right. Pass 15, Willie, Topper, Z-Spear.
Topper, Z-Spear. This is going to be the first shot play of the game. It's going to be a play action. Topper, there's 2 P's and that means 2 posts. So they're going to try to take the top off with this, and if defense stays over the top, that spear route underneath.
Here we go.
Let's see if the Topper is there. He's got to survive the rush. Gets it downfield as he connects with Lawrence Keys. Yes, it was a hell of a throw. How about these mics we have here in the UFL?
Yeah, you're going to see pressure on the left side. Ice him. Nobody picks him up. And it's just a great off-platform throw downfield. A really good job by Lawrence Keys, who I mentioned is one of my impact players at keeping his feet in bounds and coming down with that one.
Nice
that
job.
Was that spear
Great
route.
Job. Great job. Great job.
CJ Johnson, so happy about the playmaking there. First down, just hooks it up and connects again. This is to Kiki Chisholm. Corey Chamblin is in his second season as the defensive coordinator for the Stallions.
11, nickel. Give me nickel. Give me nickel. Train backer one. Train backer one. Nickel. Train backer one. Count them up. Count them up. Count them up. 11. 50. I need somebody over here.
McClendon 4 for 4, make it 5 for 5 as White gets into space and tries to spin his way to the 20-yard line. It'll be third down from there.
And you can already tell the game plan for Houston, stay away from the front four, right? Get everything on the perimeter, pick quick passing game on the perimeter, make this a 2-on-2, 3-on-3 game versus a 7-on-7 in the box.
Gunfin left, wide peel, 14-buck alert. Gunfin left, wide peel, 14-buck alert.
Let's think about two. We take the points, right, Cage?
Yep.
EP?
Yeah.
Hey, slow. Here we go. 180. What's up? Hey, Blizzard. Hey, no, leave it.
It out here, so we got 9.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 96, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
Cole Knippel, our referee today. That's Carlos Davis, veteran defensive tackle, plays college ball at Nebraska. Former draft pick for the Steelers.
Kind of bailed him out there. You heard C.J. Johnson telling offensive coordinator Eric Price, hey, we'll just take the points here, right? So they were okay settling for a field goal there. Now new fresh set of downs at the 15-yard line.
First down run by White as White makes his way to the 13-yard line. Stephen Gilmore, the younger brother of the NFL star defensive back, Stephon Gilmore with the tackle.
And he's a stud, man. He should have had 3 interceptions last week. I mean, he is a ball hawk, great vision, great instincts as well. He would have got 2 of them last week. He got 3.
Storm fire.
Come on, dude.
That was against San Antonio a week ago. And he had 1 interception against Kevin Hogan.
Watch that back.
2nd and 8. McClendon. As he checks down to White, and White scoots out of bounds near the 9-yard line.
Yeah, it's really good coverage across the board. It was a great job by McClendon, just buying some time. You see a little half roll to the right, nothing there, and he's going to find his check down. Really good instincts there from White, too, because that was kind of a late check down. He sees McClendon scrambling and says, okay, hey, just dump it down to me.
And with that, 6 for 6.
Yeah, another really efficient start here for McClendon.
Third down and 3. White straight ahead, and he spins his way and going for that goal line, and it is a touchdown for Houston. That's a good opening drive.
Oh, he's so tough to bring down. The first guy never gets Quandre White down. As you can see, breaking a couple tackles there. The last one, and being able to fall forward for that touchdown. That's a great sign for Houston because they have not been able to run the football at all this year. And Birmingham, the best team in the league on defense against the run.
8-yard touchdown run. Ortho home defense conversion attempt as they will go for 1. Lingard tries to get straight ahead, but he's stacked up at the 1-yard line, so it'll be 6-zip Houston. But exactly the way they want to start the game. 10-play drive capped by an 8-yard touchdown run. 6-zip on the road as the UFL is brought to you by Progressive. Protect your auto, home, and business today at progressive.com.
Touchdown, touchdown, yes!
$10 always the unit of measurement for the example.
Well,
why 10?
I know that's pennies for you.
No, it's
Tess.
not
Not
pennies.
everybody's up in your betting
I
bracket.
mean, you get one burger here at the local hotel, and
What would you want to put on it? If you're real confident in something, maybe you'll.
I like juice, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's Davis on the return as he makes his way out to the 30-yard line. Now, this has been the story for the Stallions this year. Alex Magoo was the starter, all the experience, but he suffered a shoulder injury. Matt Corral, the former Ole Miss star, I mean, look at the entire defensive line came collapsing down on him in the awkward fall there. Cookus, who we're seeing here as the starter, he got banged up. And then Andrew Peasley, who played a bit last week. So, I mean, this quarterback room, Jordan, as Case Cookus gets the start, as he gives way and hands off to Ricky Person with the carry. But it has just been a revolving door in the quarterback room.
Yeah, just trying to find some warm bodies behind Case Cookus. But Jamar Smith, the guy that knows Skip Holtz really well from his college days, he was actually going to start camp with Birmingham, but didn't really want to be the third quarterback, so he decided to retire, bringing him back out of retirement. Jalen Morton's playing Arena 1 football right now. He has a bye week. They just said, hey, can we rent you? Can we rent you for a week? Come over here.
Hold on. They got a guy on a bye week from the Arena League.
Yeah, Southwest Kansas Storm.
Person again as he tries to cut back, and in doing so, is able to get his way to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's why for Birmingham, C.J. Marable has got to have a big day, right? Help Case Cookus out a little bit. Skip Holtz mentioned, wants to get the tight ends more involved. Jay Sternberg has been one of the best over the last couple years in the UFL. And then Houston finally getting healthy in the secondary. Former first-round draft pick Arnett back, and Markel Roby as well back. So they are solidified on the back end.
Baltimore! Baltimore! Baltimore!
Here the check on 3rd and 1 by Cookus. And in doing so, Person is going to spin his way and earn that first down. Case Cookus made his Stallions debut against this Houston team. That was when Matt Corral went down.
Prolific college career, over 12,000 yards, 105 touchdowns in Northern Arizona. Those are school records. Kind of bouncing around the spring leagues for the last couple of years, but looking more and more comfortable in this offense now in his 3rd start.
Yeah, Northern Arizona, he won the Jerry Rice Award. He was the FCS Freshman of the Year. As Person can't find much there, maybe a yard. As a freshman in college at Northern Arizona, he threw for over 3,100 yards.
That's crazy. So he's talented, but again, this is a team that just has not been able to run the football very well. 4 out of the last 6 games, a quarterback has been the leading rusher for them. So getting these backs going is really going to help out Case Cookus. And Skip Holtz, man, one of the best in the entire UFL. It's a treat to listen to him talk to his quarterbacks every week.
It's Marable on 2nd and 9, and look at that surge by that front of Houston. Tackled for a loss, Jameer Jones getting him.
Yeah, just flushes this one out. A great job, Jones, on the outside there, forcing the issue. Setting the edge there, coming off a block, making the tackle.
35 penny. What? 35 penny.
3rd down, 13.
Penny. Omaha! Raise hit.
Here's Cookus on 3rd and long. He's going to try to run and get there, and he does. What an effort from Case Cookus.
Well, it's a great job avoiding pressure. Rashad Berry's going to be rushing off the side here. Great job of Cookus stepping up, keeping that ball tight, and using his legs. He's a good scrambler, and this has kind of been one of the best parts of his games, is making quick decisions and getting north and south as a runner.
Yeah, and Jordan, guys, right now Case Cookus having to do a little bit more with communication at the line of scrimmage, some communication with the audio issues and the technical issues coming from Skip Holtz as a play caller, so testing Case Cookus' knowledge of the offense early.
First down. Had a rusher coming in free. That was the safety O'Neal coming straight in on Case Cookus.
Yeah, this is one of those things. The offensive line is sliding this way, and the blitz is coming here. You just heard Luke's mentioned, you know, his inexperience in this offense. He came in halfway through camp, didn't get a ton of reps until the last couple weeks. That's one there. Your normal starting quarterback would slide the protection the opposite way, seeing that safety rotation, knowing the blitz is coming from the right.
First time I've
One
heard
way to speed up an offense is by blitzing and pressuring them. And so I think that's what the defense is doing on the Houston sideline.
3 play.
Cook is free play. Got to take a shot. He does so, but nowhere near Jalen Camp.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's Christopher Allen, the former Alabama star. I think people forget how good Christopher Allen was under Nick Saban. Had 13 TFLs to lead the SEC when he was starring for Saban at Alabama.
That doesn't work at all. That does not work at all. When I push it, it does not talk to him at all.
Good five. Ray, take it.
So they go with the quick strike, and that is Deion Kane, the former Clemson star, with the reception for a first down.
Defensive coordinator for the Roughnecks, Chris Wilson. A lot of frustration on both sides right now early for these coaching staffs.
And it's all communication related, too.
Kane with the 7-yard reception, another first down for the Stallions. Person, a lot of room as he stays on his feet and fights for extra yardage down to the 27-yard line, tackled by Isaac.
Yeah, a little QB draw. Watch, the linebacker's going to vacate once Cookus takes a look downfield, and the draw is going to replace that right away. Little zone coverage, actually something we're seeing more of Houston now that they're healthy in the secondary. We've seen a lot of man coverage early in this game. Then you saw the slant reception by Deion Kane, and Houston backed out of it and went to zone.
10th play coming for Birmingham.
But Houston is going to challenge these wide receivers at the line of scrimmage as you see press coverage across the board.
2nd and 1. Person again as he splits through the defense, and it'll be 1st and goal Stallions.
Watch the double team on the right side by Darius Harper and Deontay Brown right here down to this linebacker. It's going to create a huge hole for Ricky Person. Great vision to press the blocks and then get vertical. And that's what this Birmingham team needs. Get this run game going. Take some pressure off Case Cookus.
Well, they got to get touchdowns too, Jordan, because this is a league of possessions with the clock rules, and the red zone offense is critical here for Birmingham.
So the True Vision chest cam a moments ago, and now you see straight in C.J. Marable. 9-yard touchdown run for Marable.
Oh, that'll put a smile on Skip Holt's face, who has been irritated with his communication for the first part of the game. But Birmingham goes right down and answers and does it on the ground. Again, remember, both these teams 2nd and 3rd in the USFL Conference, trying to make that playoff push. The top 2 teams will make the playoff and have a chance to play for the championship. So a crucial game here in conference.
Jordan, be aware of the fade down here to Thomas, 81. Look at the mismatch size-wise.
He's 6'5", 285 pounds. He looks that way, Luke's. But it is denied at the last possible moment that time. That was Damon Arnett. Arnett with the pass defended on the conversion. But Marable came up with a touchdown run.
Yeah, watch the center here, Cole Snyder, number 56. Working up, 65 Deontay Brown as well. Those 2 blocks crucial. The push up front for Birmingham has been exceptional early in this game as they answer and tie it up.
6-6 game with so much on the line with the conference standings. We got a good start here in Birmingham, and then moments ago the conversion attempt.
Yeah, and a great job playing the football from Arnett, breaking that up, because that
5-yard touchdown drop.
Yeah, and that explosive play there, scrambling, throwing off platform was big, but their bread and butter all year has been the quick passing game, and McClendon so far has been perfect, and that's been the game plan. Get things on the perimeter. This Birmingham defense, one of the best in the UFL, is so good on the interior, the front seven. So as much as Houston can make this a perimeter game, they're going to continue to find success here driving the football.
And that guy was thrilled because Birmingham came back with an 11-play drive. They were 2 for 2 on third down conversions, and the captain of the Stallions out there in the stands had to be enjoying that. Keys on the return for Houston, as it's a good one as he surges out near the 35-yard line. So there is Jalen McClendon. We've told you about his interesting past. Been with him for the past 2 games, 29 years old, and just his 8th start since high school football. Such a curious path.
Hey, gun, double left. 15 odds, kill, 82. I'll go hands, Monday, ready?
So I love this, calling a lot of 2 plays in the huddle. So it's a run play, and if they don't like it, they can kill it to a pass play. So this should be the pass play. Should be vertical routes.
47. Here we go. 180. One time.
McClendon, as he connects and gets it complete to Keys. Luke's.
Yeah, Tez here with Case Cook. It's a methodical first drive. What did you see throughout the drive, and what were those discussions like with Coach after?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they gave us a good mix of bear, 4 down front, and the offensive line did a great job picking it up, communicating. It's pretty easy when you're able to run the ball as well as we did that first drive. We had a couple good third down conversions, but overall, we're just talking bear checks, 4 down checks, making sure we're in the best play possible.
How much of those comms issues and technical issues hurt you on that first drive?
No, it's one of those deals where sometimes there's a delay, so you're sitting there, coach is talking. Oh, no.
Look at Z White.
Coach is talking. And
he is gone.
You just got to communicate, hey, I can't hear you, and then we can get it. Yep.
52-yard touchdown, Zaquandre White.
Well, watch all the misdirection. Watch these backside linebackers going to pull. It's going to take this linebacker over the top, and that's where White is going to replace. Really good. Look at all the guys moving in opposite directions there. Confuse the second level for Birmingham. And the 7th-ranked rush team in the UFL.
Go, boy. Go, boy.
Showing out early.
C.J. Johnson saying, my man's got 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Here we go.
1-point conversion attempt. And Lingard could not keep his footing as he was undercut by Trey Norwood. Z White 52 yards short.
Yeah, and he's got a heavier dose and heavier responsibility with Merritt out today, so you're going to see a lot of White and just the speed to trust and get vertical there. This is not what we're used to seeing. Birmingham is the best rush defense in the UFL. They're holding teams to just over 13 points per game. And Houston already 2 touchdowns on their first 2 drives.
Give credit to the offensive line, too. Jackson and Atagi did an excellent job. Sam?
I'm here with Zaquandre White. You said it's too easy. What's easy out there for you?
It's easy when everybody do their job. Everybody do what they need to do.
Everybody do their job.
We're going to win. That's it. Everybody do their job.
2 touches so far and twice in the end zone. What does that mean for your team?
That means I'm just doing my job. I'm doing my job all day today. All day today, I'm doing my job.
And what you tell to the defense down on the sideline?
Boy, I don't even want to tell you what I told them. I don't even want to tell you what I told them. Do our job, man. That's all we got to do.
The PG version. I'm just taking the
PG exactly. Version. Man, he is fired up. And Davis now on the return. This is Skip Holtz.
Hey, I need help. This is going out. This is screwing up. Every time I hit that, that goes off. And then, hey, you can't hear that at all, can you?
No. So I think what it is like the first 3 seconds, I can see you talking, nothing comes through, and then it comes in late. Yeah.
Testing. 1, 2, testing.
Yeah, I got it.
Has that got that now?
Yeah.
Because I was hitting that and nothing was happening.
So that's a conversation between Skip Holtz and his quarterback, Case Cookus. And, you know, in this day and age of coach-to-player communication, how critical it is that you have to have the communication work perfectly, because that's what you're using every day.
And in this, that's how you go about your business. It's not just the quarterback. A lot of these receivers or running backs have speakers in their helmet as well.
Well, Jordan, remember the play clock in the UFL minimizes the time. You got to get that play in.
Yes. Yeah, that 35-second play clock. College is 40.
I thought it was a 20 number.
You know, people may say it's 5 seconds. 5 seconds is a lifetime in play calling. Cookus with time gets it to the outside, and met right away was Amari Rogers.
Amari Rogers had a big game last week. Slant route he took to the house.
Let's go rush rover one, dime, dime, dime. Rush rover one, rush rover one, dime, dime, dime. Rush rover one, rush rover one.
Jerk.
Third and 6 here, final seconds of this first quarter. Action-packed first quarter.
Hey, right. Omaha. Raise it.
Cookus on third down. Drives the ball, and that is intercepted by Arnett. Arnett on the return. Cuts back, and it's a pick six. The former top draft pick of the Raiders brings it back against Cookus. A 50-yard pick six.
Oh, and it's just a really bad decision by Case Cookus. Originally wanted to go to the right, comes back to the left, trying to throw, I'm not sure, two guys in one spot, but Arnett was all over the stop route on the outside to Marlon Williams. That ball has got to be 3 rows deep in the stands. That tight of coverage, two guys in one spot, that cannot happen.
What happened? What happened?
I think Cook is a little confused at why two guys were, you know, that close to each other, but it didn't matter. The guy you were throwing to was blanketed, and the DB was actually running the route for him. That ball's got to be thrown out of bounds.
2-point conversion attempt after the pick six. McClendon. That is batted at the line of scrimmage as he was trying to get it to Zaquandre White. Zaquandre White, who has 2 touchdowns. And then Arnett with the interception and the return. Oh, the Karate Kid celebration for an 18-6 lead here. Champions, Birmingham, the defending UFL champions. Davis from the end zone as he is met at the 17-yard line. Good coverage.
A lot of frustration for Skip Holtz, both with, I think, his quarterback's decision on that last drive, but also upstairs. Think about it. You're a play caller on the field. It's really tough to see coverages, fronts, why a run's not working, what we need to do. So he's relying on those guys upstairs to give him some feedback about, okay, what are they doing? What do I need to call? What run plays are working to try to get his quarterback back in rhythm and get this thing turned around early.
Good. Omaha. Raise it.
And see how Cookus responds. So they go with the slant, and he gets it complete to Kane.
Rio, raise odd, crash hammer wheel. Rio, raise odd, crash hammer wheel.
Raise odd, crash hammer wheel. Raise odd.
This is 4 down.
Omaha.
Yeah, 4 down.
Raise it.
That is incomplete. Let's bring in Houston's head coach, C.J. Johnson. Coach, always great to visit with you. Joe and Jordan up in the booth. You have to be thrilled with what you're seeing right now.
great start. We couldn't ask for no better, nothing better. I just wish we'd have got them off the field the first time, but man, it's a tough bunch now. They'll be back. This is a good team.
Coach, what was the message to the team this week? They seem inspired. They seem like they're playing with a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder.
I love what Coach Cable told them last night. Man, it's another game. It's another big game. We just got to go out and win this one like we did last week.
Tom Cable, the veteran offensive line coach. CJ will let you get back to work, but his team up 18-6. Third down, and Person on the carry as he spins ahead for extra yardage, and with that, a first down for the Stallions.
Yeah, that's kind of been the bright spot. The run game has actually been spitting a little bit.
Especially
double teams, yeah, double teams up front have been getting pushed on this Houston defensive front.
Person has 7 carries for 49 yards.
Switch, God dang it, shave switch, you got it? Shave switch.
Omaha.
Cookus is trying to hit Camp on the slant, but they were off the mark there, so he was covered as well.
All right, here we go. Here we go. We're good. We're good. Here we go. Let's go Razor. I tell you what. Let's go Rio. Apollo even. Rio move. Apollo even.
Rio move. Apollo even. All one, right?
So this Apollo concept, they love to work the backside, which is Deion Kane. They usually give him a slant route. They can change it at the line of scrimmage, though. He's right here in one-on-one coverage.
Cookus, second down, had to step up in the pocket. Now he's going to tuck and run, and shoulders squared up, diving ahead, and it's a first down as he's out to the 48-yard.
You can see Cookus looking left, but he's going to get pressure here from the right. Does a good job when Deion Kane isn't open to his left of stepping up and, again, making a quick decision and getting vertical. That's what I love about Cookus right now. He's not waiting. He's not trying to scramble and find somebody. He's making the decision, getting north and south, and picking up yards.
A-gap pressure gets picked up, but the rest of them get to them with Bauer coming up with the sack.
That's a really good job of Marable by picking this one up. Look at the blitz coming here. He's going to pick it up, but the pressure is actually going to come from this side. Once again, Tayshawn Bauer had the pressure on the last drive from the right side. Now this time on the left side. Tell you what, Chris Wilson, defense coordinator for Houston, is doing a really good job of mixing up the fronts and mixing up the pressure.
He was the defensive line coach for the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl over the Patriots. Second down and long now as Cookus looks to extend the play and then tried to connect on the sideline with Amari Rogers, but it's incomplete as he was out of bounds. Flag is down. We'll check on that.
A lot of pressure coming from the right side.
Yes.
Cookus again having to step up and scramble.
Illegal forward pass on the offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the pass. Loss of down will be third down.
Watching into the play here, the way Case Cookus came crashing down.
Well, remember, he's nursing a knee injury. Also came down really hard on that right shoulder a couple times last week.
That was Maraney at 300 pounds who tackled him.
And remember, they have gone through a lot of quarterbacks already this year. 3 are out or on IR. It's Cookus and 2 guys they signed this week that showed up in practice for the first time on Wednesday. Keep an eye on Cookus.
Now 3rd and 22. As Cookus feels the pressure again. And this time he runs and is brought down at the 47 by Jameer Jones. So the punt team will have to run out there.
Did you fall on your knee? Yeah. Okay. All right. Nope. I'm good. We got to help you right now. I got to get into some quick game. I can't get into 3rd and a mile. We got to stay away from sacks and lost yardage plays. We're getting all, it's mostly man coverage. And then and I got to get the ball down the field. And
First punt of the game as Colby Wadman kicks away and Keys on the return. And good job keeping his balance. Interesting exchange between Skip Holtz and Case Cookus saying, I got to help you, got to get the ball out in the quick game, but he's feeling the pressure. His presentation of the UFL will continue after these messages and a word from our AB. 18-6, a 4.5-point dog with a 12-point lead right now. McClendon and the Roughnecks offense back out on the field. That was thrown behind the intended target, Lingard.
I think this is such a crucial drive here for this Birmingham defense. We talked to Corey Chamberlain earlier this week. He said, look, this is a scary team, Houston is, because they're starting to believe. And early in this game, they are believing, and everything is working. They need to try to break that somehow, whether that's more pressure,
Stay on sides.
trying to get pressure on McClendon and force the issue. Got to find a way to slow them down. Because right now, they believe and they're hitting on all cylinders.
That was McClendon's first incompletion. He started the game 7 for 7. Second down, he's going to take a shot downfield, and it's incomplete as he was trying to connect with the speedy Lawrence Keys, who was covered by Stephen Gilmore.
And there it was, right? Try to force the issue, bring pressure. You got man coverage on the outside. This is what we've been wanting to see from McClendon. Throw to your guy that's one of the fastest in the UFL in Lawrence Keys. This one just off the mark as Stephen Gilmore in good coverage there. That's the thing, Birmingham forcing him to a low percentage throw because they brought pressure there.
Third down and 10, a little bit of pressure. McClendon, who gets it complete out to the 39-yard line. And Cyril Grayson, who's had one of the more interesting athletic pro paths of anybody.
Yeah, they're going to walk this guy up. That means it's man blocking across the board. Really good job holding up just long enough. They're going to be some pressure on McClendon's face there as an eye comes across, but a great throw.
First down, they get it out into space to Hall, who turns the corner. But Cyril Grayson with the 11-yard reception on 3rd and 10, the former LSU track star, not football star, track star, who ended up playing in the NFL.
Yeah, such a cool story.
Here we go. Let's
Cyril
go. Bang
Grayson
takes
caught some touchdown
one
passes
hound.
from
Bang
Tom
takes
Brady
one
back
hound.
in the day, a game
Bang
winner
takes one hound.
in 2022, and now getting another shot here in the UFL.
Here we go. All right, we good. Here goes. 180. Right back.
2nd and 6. McClendon. Right in stride. What a well-placed throw that was to Emmanuel Butler.
This is an unbelievable throw because watch the trajectory. This is a level 2 ball. It's really hard to throw because you need pace on it. You need a little bit of arc, but not too much air to give the corner time to turn around and find it. You see Gilmore there doesn't even have time to react because the ball is on that low arc, that low trajectory, but right on the money to Emmanuel Butler.
You cannot throw a better
That's
ball
big time
right there than McClendon just did.
It's really tough to do because it's not a back shoulder and it's not an over the top. And to put it right in stride like that, it's a big time throw.
31-yard reception. A timeout is going to be called by Houston. Boy, Jalen McClendon is having a sensational first half. 10 of 12, 109 yards, managing this team to a 12-point lead on the road. We're going to take a short break and be right back here. UFL action from Birmingham.
Listen. All right, let's do it.
Now that's access.
Right before he calls
That's
the play.
access.
Mom, this touchdown's for you. Let's see what they dial up.
Jalen McClendon as he spins free. couldn't make the one defender miss.
I love it though. He knew they were going to call his own number. He knew he was going to call his own number there.
I love how he looked back up at the clock to see what time it was.
Yes.
Unfortunately, these game clocks on the scoreboards don't show the actual time.
A happy Mother's Day to especially all the football moms out there. Being a football mom is a whole different thing. The unique pressures, the commitment from practice to go into games, to the stress of watching your son out there.
Especially quarterback moms.
Oh, yeah.
Different breed.
There's no doubt about it. As Lingard goes up the middle, although I would tell you there's a Rebecca Tessitore right now saying, yeah, but when your son's leg is up in the air after punching and Christian Wilkins is coming in.
Thank you. Linebacker moms, it's kicker moms.
Let me tell you. She couldn't even watch a lot of those moments. Just saying. Here's Lingard as he takes it ahead for a yard.
This is just the difference of this Houston offense. 3 plays at 20+ today, only 1 last week. And I'm not even sure they attempted to throw the ball beyond 20 yards last week. They just weren't pushing the ball downfield. And so far today, Jalen McClendon has been near perfect targeting guys downfield.
Here's 2nd down and 8. McClendon sent a great message to mom. Now can they deliver at the end of this drive? He goes underneath, and Chisholm trying to work his way to the end zone, and does. Touchdown, Houston. How about that, Mom?
Hey, Keith.
Look at Sam.
Hey, talk to me about that play. What you see? Man, just an opening in the defense, man. Got the ball, smelled that box, had to get in there, man. What about the celebration? What was that? Oh, yeah, we about to business. We spanking. He's got to get back to the huddle.
Sam's unreal.
Here you go.
That's amazing.
26, marker, X-fade. All right, Monday, ready?
I hope Jalen's mom was at a church for that one, because it was only a couple plays later.
Okay. Yep.
Boy, Houston has found themselves here, haven't they?
Here you go. 180. What's hot?
Conversion attempt, corner of the end zone, and is trying to get back to Kiki. And a flag is down as Goodrich had the cover. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and a pick-6 for Houston in this first half.
Goodrich, one of those DBs that's finally healthy. Birmingham got a couple of them back this week. A little too much contact there.
Defense. By rule of balls placed at the 1-yard line, we will retry.
This is just pretty shocking.
It is.
It is. Started this game.
Nobody's been able to do this to Birmingham's defense in the last 3 years.
They're only allowing 13.7 points a game. Best rush defense in the league, and they have just been porous early here in the first half.
White, as he keeps it, McClendon brings it right in. Good read that time by McClendon.
Oh, the touchdown before, just a little mesh concept. Watch the crossing routes, get these linebackers' vision all messed with late to the coverage on Chisholm. And then that 6'4" frame with the long stiff arm and the dive for the touchdown. This looks like a completely different Houston team than the first time they faced Birmingham a few weeks ago.
And missed the conversion as McClendon took it in. It is 25-6. Sam.
Hey, I'm here with Jalen McClendon. There's a lot of excitement and energy. What are the emotions you feel right now?
Obviously excitement, but we just came in and do a job. Like, this is a game we all play since we were kids, but we all came to do a job. We all know what's in front of us. We try to take it one drive at a time, one play at a time.
Out of the huddle, we talked about getting a touchdown for your mom. Real quick for the touchdown, you had a corner one-on-one
with my lady, too. Yeah.
So specifically, tell us their names and what they mean to you.
My mom, Tasha, mean the world to me. My son, Elijah, on my hand, Elijah Isaiah McClendon. means the world to me. My girl, Savannah, means the world to me. Like, I just do it for the people I love, so appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jalen. Yep, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Excellent start from McClendon.
Now Skip Holtz, the head coach for Birmingham, has got to find a way to just get this offense back in rhythm and get his quarterback in rhythm. And that was one of the things we spoke to him this week. He said he was a little frustrated of trying to figure out what to call to get Case Cookus back in rhythm, things he liked.
Cookus, who's in for an injured Magoo, and Matt Corral, and is banged up a bit himself. As Cookus gets it to the outside and getting to the 31-yard line is Kane.
Yeah, Deion Kane's kind of been his safety blanket so far today. Love to see them get the tight ends more involved.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go, Rob. Here we go. Let's go, Rob Hack. Rob Hack, Bronco Odd. Rob Hack, Bronco Odd.
Hack, Bronco Odd. I'll worry.
5-yard reception by Kane.
Good tag, good tag, good tag.
Yeah, was corner open and ran.
Omaha.
Marable on the delay, and that goes nowhere. It'll be 3rd down.
Okay. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go, Rio. Let's go, Rio Nasty, Outlaw, 63 turn. Rio Nasty, Outlaw, 63 turn.
Rio Nasty, Outlaw, 63 turn. Yes, turn.
Turn up here, 63 to the left.
Good. Yep.
Nasty is this tight split at the bottom. A lot of times they'll take that guy across the ball.
Person on 3rd and 5. And the gain as Moody made the tackle.
Yeah, that time they used Deion Kane as a little bit of a pick route for Person to get into the flats.
Colby Wadman's going to come on to play. He's got tons of NFL experience with the Raiders, the Niners, Washington. 143 NFL punts in his career, 2nd of the day as Lawrence Keys will be back for Houston. Houston with a 25-6 lead. The underdogs on the road against the defending champions who have been dealing with quarterback injuries, but their defense has been solid. But all of a sudden, Houston's offense with a big surge today. And this is a sky punt that is turned over to the 13-yard line where Keys is on the return, and the coverage unit meets him near the 20. NBA playoffs will be coming your way next. Thunder and Nuggets. It's at 3:30 Eastern, 1:30 Mountain Time. Coverage begins with the countdown crew following our game. Good day of action. That is Game 4 between the Thunder and the Nuggets. You've been taking in much of the NBA playoffs?
Yeah, watched last night. The Warriors without Steph. Big foul trouble late. They weren't shooting the 3 like they normally do, obviously without Curry in the lineup. I watch a little NBA playoffs, Tess. In between the WWE, watching you. And
you're so kind.
Reality TV. You know, I get
What's
it.
your reality TV go-to? I find that interesting as somebody in a family of reality TV megastars.
It's usually Love Island. It's a great dating show if you haven't heard of it.
No, I've heard of it. McClendon pressured and sacked. There's nothing to love with the protection there as Kenny Robinson, the safety, comes in and brings him down.
Yeah, watch the hesitation here by Robinson. He's going to see tight end block, running back block, so he has 0 coverage responsibility, so he just adds. We call that a green dog or a hug rush. He initially is in pass coverage responsibility. Then when those guys block, he's free to chase the quarterback and no one to pick him up.
5th round draft pick by Carolina in the NFL. Now comes up with a much-needed big play for the Stallions as C. White, who has 2 touchdowns in his first half on the Caribbean. 3rd and long, and really, you look up at the clock, under 3 minutes to go. Defense could put their offense in prime position here before halftime. They need something.
That's crucial.
It's a timeout. It's a timeout. Walk out there. It's a timeout.
You see some confusion here on the Birmingham side.
All right, what is this?
So a timeout is going to be used As we're thrilled you're with us. Listen, we brought it up. You sit here, it's 25-6. Nobody's done this to this Birmingham defense.
No.
How do you explain what Houston's done in this first half?
Everything has gone their way, and their quarterback Jalen McClendon, who is inexperienced, he's been around a lot, is playing out of his mind. He's hitting everything, and Birmingham just hasn't had an answer on offense.
Isn't it amazing, though, with what a little bit of experience can do? He gets playing time a week ago with the start. They come up with the win. Now you're getting the first team reps week after week, and you get a chance to grow. Here's third down. McClendon goes shallow underneath, picks up the block, does Hall as a flag comes down. He's going to be just short of that line again. We're going to check on the flag.
Which way? Offense. Holding. Offense, number 6. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the hold. Still second out.
Oh, it's an unfortunate hold. They're going to get Zaquandre White, running back. He didn't even need to get this guy as Justin Hall runs past. Watch White right here. Hall's already passed him. He didn't even need to grab a piece of his shoulder. And that would have been a first down.
Hey, y'all fine. Get us up right here.
Instead, it was the stop that Birmingham needed. Again, you mentioned field position here, and to people new to the UFL, the clock runs even after incompletions, after the ball is spotted, so there are less possessions. Very crucial that Birmingham, with this chance right before halftime, gets some points on the board, and they will start with the ball in the second half, so a big chance here to double up for Birmingham and get back in this game.
Mike Rivers with the punt here. Is fielded by Davis. And Davis tries to cut back and makes it out to the 36-yard line. So 2:25 to go in the half, trailing 25-6. And coming up next, Week 7 finale between the Battlehawks and the Showboats. That is on ESPN today at 3 Eastern.
You're going to want to watch Hakeem Butler for the Battlehawks. He has 3 receptions this year, all 3 for touchdowns in his first 2 games back from injury. He's fun to watch. Max Duggan has enjoyed having him back. Love that. Tom Cable's like, they all came from one side and we couldn't block anybody.
Kokas, as he gets it complete near midfield, connecting with Camp, who wasn't touched, so he gets up and gets extra yardage. This coming off the first Houston 3-and-out. Their first drive with no points, so a 19-point margin that the Stallions are trying to cut into desperately as we come up on the 2-minute warning.
I love using tempo here.
Warning. So you do indeed hit the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, you saw Case Cookus last week find some rhythm and momentum in the tempo, in the 2-minute drill.
And we started off with an 18-yard reception. So can the Stallions get on the board before halftime here? Take a short break and be right back to this UFL action. Merged pro leagues, the UFL, of course, year number 2 here. Skip Holtz, you see the success in the playoffs, but right now he's just trying to get to the playoffs, and what is a critical game here?
Yeah, this is a team that's used to dominating and having their way on offense with elite quarterback play, and they've been banged up at that position. Case Cook is making his 3rd start here, as we mentioned before, trying to get this team back in rhythm before half.
Houston's 3-3, Birmingham's 4-2. Michigan's out in front of this conference with 5 wins, so this is a huge swing game. Under the 2-minute warning, Cookus with time, but it's incomplete on first down. He was looking for Deion Kane, the former Clemson star.
See, I just don't even like the decision there. And he's arguing that there was some contact, but Deion Kane's on a glance route. A glance route on man press coverage is a non-starter for me at quarterback. If I walk up the line of scrimmage, I see that, I'm moving on. It's just not a good route. It's the timing based. It's too hard against man coverage. So just like to see him make better decisions pre-snap as well to set himself up to throw to the right guy and give yourself a better chance.
2nd and 10, empty look for Cookus. 4-man rush. Oh, and this ball is complete as he gets it to Big Jordan Thomas, and they are in business now with a first down.
Boy, this is Markel Roby in coverage. Remember, Thomas is 6'5", 280. And just goes up and over and snatches that with strong arms. That's a great ball, too, by Cookus to put that one up high for his big tight end.
22-yard reception.
Omaha, race it.
Cookus. They go inside with Jalen Camp, but it was well defensed.
Yeah, Cookus saw cover 0 at the line of scrimmage, so he audibled that to a little quick screen, but Houston all over it.
49, Tito, 4-49.
Birmingham 2 timeouts coming up on under a minute 20 to play here in this first half. Second down and 10. Pressure off the edge, has to step up. And it's incomplete as he throws it over the head of the 6'4", former Texas A&M Aggie Sternberger.
Hey, Chris Wilson, the defense coordinator for Houston, is not playing like they have a big lead. He's going cover 0, blitz the house, force Case Cookus to make a decision quick and under pressure.
53 wide. You want me? It's too late now.
I love the aggressiveness that Houston's playing with right now. Let's see if they back off here on 3rd and long.
Omaha.
3rd and 10 for Cookus and the Stallions. Able to stay on his feet. That ball's intercepted as a penalty marker is down, and Corn Elder, the former Miami Hurricane, with the interception, but we will check on the flag. Looked like there was some contact. This is likely
illegal
against
contact defense, number 31. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It was Markel Roby, the safety, who was flagged.
Wow, that was very fortunate for Birmingham, because that was a bad decision by Case Cookus, with a guy wrapped around his body to try to throw a deep corner to the end zone. Is he trying to go up high again to Jordan Thomas? That one way underthrown, because as I mentioned, Cookus had a guy, Tayshawn Bauer, wrapped around his legs. He was trying to throw that.
The Houston defender was down at the end of that play, so they take the injury timeout to deal with that. But there is Skip Holtz and his quarterback.
We're down here in the red zone. Go 48, so if it's man coverage with what they're giving you and they're pressuring you, and then again, so just go to rebel, and you're, if any, well, you don't have rebel. You don't have rebel. Yeah. It's challenging, but it's not
Verizon
okay,
Command Center.
So Houston is challenging that it is not a foul for illegal contact. So
correct.
We're going to look at it here. It's going to be the contact on the tight end here. Remember, the rule is you can only initiate contact up to 5 yards. 31 is going to slide over, clear contact. Line of scrimmage is the 24. That contact is starting 17, 16, so clearly beyond 5. Second part, you got to find the ball. The quarterback still has the ball in the pocket, so it is a foul for illegal contact. And so the challenge is unsuccessful, and Houston is charged a timeout.
His challenge came after the injured player, so he's going to lose both of his timeouts.
Two timeouts, correct.
Yep. The challenge was unsuccessful. It is the 3rd and final timeout for Houston. No timeouts remaining for the remainder of the half. They lose their challenge for the remainder of the game.
Clear explanation from Dean Blandino with the challenge by C.J. Johnson, the head coach on Houston. So they no longer have that challenge in their pocket. 61 seconds until halftime. A 19-point lead by the upset-minded road team. Cookus on first down after the penalty as he goes and connects with Sternberger.
Is complete to Jace Sternberger, ahead to the 11.
And again, a Roughnecks defender is slow to get up at the end of the play. That's Marvin Moody, the linebacker.
Well, Skip Holtz mentioned wanting to get the tight ends more involved. We've seen Jordan Thomas with a couple plays. This time, Jay Sternberger man-to-man with Leon O'Neal, the safety. It's a matchup I feel like they need to keep exploiting. Seen a lot of Deion Kane on the outside, but he's got a lot of press man coverage in his face. He's having trouble separating at times. These tight ends are getting a little more space at the line of scrimmage when a safety lines up over the top of them, so a little easier for them to navigate against man coverage. I expect them to keep going towards Sternberger and Thomas.
See Marvin Moody walking off the field. You also see that he has that True Vision chest cam right in the middle of his pads.
And he's their leading tackler. That's a guy they want on the field as much as possible. And with 2 timeouts, Birmingham still can run the football here. 46 seconds left, couple timeouts.
Here we go. Omaha. Right, set.
2nd and 2 for Cookus. To the end zone he goes. And he was trying to connect with the big-bodied Jordan Thomas. Williams had coverage.
Yeah, just a lot of pressure on Cookus so fast. Right tackle Darius Harper started the game, but Christian DeLauro is now in at right tackle. And I like the idea, throw it up to your big body tight end, but that one just a little too far because of the pressure that Cookus was under.
Stallions way a 3rd down and 2 from the Houston 11.
Omaha. Right, set.
Here's 3rd down. Pressured as he throws, and it's harmlessly incomplete. As that was Antoine getting to Case Cookus.
No, we're going for it.
It is 4th down. You immediately hear him say we're going for it.
Razor. 11. Here we go. Razor, Indy even. Razor, Indy even. Razor, Indy even. Razor, Indy even.
So Indy just a run play here with 2 yards to pick up. Let's see if they can get the push they need up front.
Here's 4th down and 2. Defending champs trailing by 19. Person keeps his footing and will have the 1st down.
Yeah, they got the push, running right behind Deontay Brown. 350-pound right guard.
13 on the ball.
Final half minute. Desperate for more points here. Cookus trying to extend the play, looking for an option. And he throws it out of bounds, incomplete, as 20 seconds remain. Sagapulu had pressure on Cookus.
Tell you what, there is nowhere to go with the football, Jordan. Man defense for Houston is locking guys down. It's flushing Case Cookus out of his comfort zone.
Let's go, Leo. We're 11.
Yeah, they got 3 guys back in the secondary this week alone, so they are healthy and better than they've ever been on the back end. And to your point, there's not many places for Cookus to go with the ball right now.
That's the guy responsible for that. 2nd and goal. Cookus has to step up, and he's being taken down as he throws it away. That was Christopher Allen, the former Alabama Crimson Tide star.
Yeah, watch the left tackle here, Armani Taylor-Prelo. He's going to slip a little bit in his block. Christopher Allen's going to take advantage of it. Again, the tackles have really struggled so far today against this Houston front. Cookus is having to step up very quickly, and when you do that, you take your eyes away from downfield. When you step up, it's really hard to keep your eyes on those guys downfield. And
25 under JT. I want it. Bronco Reed. Bronco 25.
3rd and goal from the 7.
Timeout, Birmingham.
And Birmingham is going to use a timeout.
It was slow. What did we get? Okay. Hey, Ricky. That was slow. All right, let's get the play. Okay. I want to go 0-2. And I want to go 25 under JT. I want to go Lou empty. I want to go Bronco Reed 27 under JT. 25 under JT.
Don't you guys love his demeanor?
Yes.
Just the way he handles the quarterback position, the players, the interaction, level-headed. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. I just love listening to Coach.
especially considering how frustrating it could be when you're dealing with so many injuries at quarterback. The guy who's your number 3 now, you got to lean on, and he's banged up himself. 3rd and goal from the 7 to the end zone. Flag comes down as Jordan Thomas again was the intended target, and Williams was there defensively.
23, pass interference in the end zone. Okay.
Pass interference, defense, number 23. The foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball is placed at the 1-yard line. First down.
Well, when you got a tight end that's 6'5", 280, what else are you supposed to do? Right? You got to be physical with him. They're trying to bracket coverage him. Guy on the outside with a safety, Markel Roby, breaking over the top from the inside. It's just that initial contact. And some more communication issues here.
Yeah. Rockham, Pittsburgh even lead.
Cookish just ran to the sideline like I did in high school.
Exactly.
Even lead. On one, right?
So 1st and goal from the 1-yard line after the flag, but the communication issues, he had to run over and talk to his head coach in person.
Omaha. Ray, set.
Here's 1st and goal. As they, oh, that gets blown up immediately as they went with Davis. Stuff it for a tackle for loss.
Oh, Tyler does a great job of just coming straight up, seeing the motion from the opposite side, knowing he's got contained, getting on the outside of that block from Ricky Person and blowing it up. The former Defensive Player of the Year in the Ivy League from Princeton. He's more than just brains. He's got some brawn, too.
Yeah, a guy who played for Bob Serace at Princeton. Excellent staff there in the Ivy League.
Now with 7 seconds left, you maybe have 2 plays. If the first one is quick and you're trying to throw maybe a back shoulder to the front pylon or something, you can get something that takes about 5.
Field goal. I'm going, here we go.
Yeah, you see there?
Trips left, trips left flow, Florida 27 extra hot. Trips left flow, Florida 27 extra hot.
27 extra hot.
So you heard Skip Holt say we've got 1 shot in the end zone quick, and then we're going to kick a field goal. So this one's got to come out of Case Cookis' hands quickly.
Only 7 seconds to manage all of this. Got to get it out. There it is, and he gets it. Chase Sternberger, touchdown Stallions.
Sternberger, he's been one of the most productive players in the UFL, USFL over the last 3 years or so. Hasn't quite had the production you're used to this year, but getting involved here in a big moment. As Birmingham closes the gap before the half. Remember, they get the ball to start the second half as well.
2-point conversion.
Hey, go left. Omaha. Ray, set.
Cookus to the end zone. No flag. Jordan Thomas again was the intended target, but boy, did they need that.
Watch the eyes of Case Cookis. The only guy you got to worry about is this free safety. So Cookis is going to look to the right first to move him, and then Sternberger is going to come from the left to fill that void. If he doesn't look him to the right, the safety then can make that play and be there over the top.
And this was Marvin Moody's chest cam.
There's a great shot.
Linebacker who had to turn around and say, oh, it's behind me and to the inside.
Well, CJ knew it too. I've been talking about the tight end because they're getting a little more space in man coverage at the line of scrimmage, and Sternberger did a great job on that route of working outside, setting it up, and then getting back inside.
You hear CJ Johnson right before the snaps end. They're throwing to the tight end.
Yeah.
Problem is he doesn't have a helmet and pads on to react out there on the field.
He doesn't have the helmet comm either.
Okay, we're going to get back to it. All right.
And you mentioned the fact that the potential for Birmingham now to get the ball to start the second half and cut deeper into this big deficit that Houston put them in. Jalen McClendon with a touchdown pass. Z White with 2 touchdown runs. And
also as the favorite in this one, but now they find themselves in a hole at halftime that's not going to be easy to dig themselves out of. They're currently an 8.5-point dog, and keep an eye on this total, guys. Just 2 more points, and that over is going to cash.
38.5 is the over-under. We're sitting here at 37. You get a defensive touchdown, you get some big plays like we had in that first half, and you're going to be creeping up on and over. The progressive first half stats, they look this way, Jordan.
Yeah, it was explosive plays from Houston through the air. You see 122 pass yards there, 80 on the ground. And Birmingham, until the end there, really couldn't get much going. We saw some tempo right before the halftime that Case Cook has started to look a little bit more comfortable, and the rush yards started to go a little bit. So let's see what they open up with here. But remember, this was a game that Skip Holtz said, we just got to hang on, win these ugly games, because there is a chance Alex Magoo is healthy next week. Matt Corral could be healthy weeks 9 or 10. So important game here to try to get back into it and make a late playoff push as they get healthier.
Magoo was the starting quarterback as Cookus is pressured, but wide open and connecting with Williams. What a start to this second half for Birmingham.
That's a great job by Cookus with pressure all over him. Rashad Berry once again providing the pressure on the right side. Drops a dime. Two guys ran into each other there in the secondary. That's why Marlon Williams was wide open. One of those explosive plays that Birmingham's been looking for.
45-yard catch by Williams to start this second half. Ludes?
Well, guys, 3 items that I thought were important to start this third quarter. So far, Birmingham's hit on 2 of the 3. They've got to run the football on early downs so that they can keep this Houston defensive front from just teeing off on them. And then they've got to create explosives. Boom, right there. They flip field position. Now they've got some confidence. And on defense, you're battling the clock. You need to get possessions. This defense for Birmingham's got to get some 3 and outs.
2nd and 10. Cookus, that was batted right at the line of scrimmage, as right in his face was Rashad Berry.
And on the other side of the ball, one thing that defense coordinator Chris Wilson from Houston said is we have to get Case Cookus on the ground. We've seen it early. He said we have to get him on the ground. Every 4 plays, it should be a sack. And so we put a lot of pressure on his front 4 to get the QB down.
Hawk 40, y'all wondering. I got you, Get check. Omaha. Right, set.
3rd and 10 for the Stallions. And that is complete for a first down, and it'll be 1st and goal as Davis hauls it in.
Here's what I like. The right tackle has really struggled, so now they're going to have the running back, Marable, really help out and chip on the edge here to give DeLauro a little bit of help. Great pocket and a great delivery there from Cookus on the dig back side.
1st and goal, Marable, as he kept his footing to the 4-yard line, but the whistles are blowing, I think, right at the snap.
Under further review.
We got it.
Dean Blandino in the Verizon Command Center looking at the previous play, which was the
we
case
have an incomplete
with
pass.
Davis.
As he goes to the ground, he doesn't control it, and the ball is going to hit the ground before control is established. So we're going to make this incomplete.
Wow.
We're going to go back and give you the information.
Wow. Blandino went back and saw an incomplete pass.
We've got the 23-yard line, right hash. It was 3rd and 10. So we're going to go 4th and 10 at the 23, right hash.
Wow, so it wipes out the 3rd down conversion. Instead of 1st and goal, it's going to be 4th and 10.
Yeah, and Davion Davis, normally really sure-handed, kind of stopped his feet there and went to the ground with the ball. That was a great catch by Blandino to see that live and fix that before the next play occurred.
6 are reporting as eligible. Number 97.
But like you said, Joe, that's the difference between being inside the 5 with a chance to score a touchdown to now kicking a field goal here to still be down 10 points if you make it.
So Harrison Mevis comes in, former All-American at Mizzou, who holds the record for the longest field goal in SEC history. This a 41-yard attempt as he drives it through. So the work from the Verizon Command Center takes the opportunity of 7 off the board, and instead you get the thicker kicker. You remember this, Jordan?
Oh, yeah.
The 61-yarder?
Ice in his veins, man. That's who he was in college. So many big kicks. And look at the guy. Thicker's got some wheels, too.
It was 2023. to beat K-State. One of the great recent memories in Mizzou football history. And now here he is in the UFL. I mean, look at that career he had in the SEC. 89 field goals.
And that year in particular, I think that was when Mizzou went to the Sugar Bowl, I believe. I think they played Ohio State.
Right.
Made a big run that year. I think 11 wins. A couple games, he had crucial late field goals in games that they easily could have lost and could have derailed the season. All right, so you'd love to have caught that ball. You'd love to get 6 points and a touchdown on the board, but getting this to a 10-point game, getting some positive momentum there with the last drive before half and the first drive to open it up. That's going to give this team a little bit of juice.
On the return is Grayson. And Grayson with a good return out to the 39 as our game flow is brought to you by Progressive.
Jalen McClendon has just been dynamic. The big explosive play to Lawrence Keys early in the game to get things going, and then Zaquandre White with a massive run. Something Houston has not been able to do, get things going on the ground. White has been spectacular. Just everything has been cooking today so far for Jalen McClendon.
White, as he works his way out to the 44-yard line.
This is where, if you're Eric Price and CJ Johnson, I feel like you don't want to get careful. You don't want to play like you had the lead. I mean, this team has had the explosive plays because they've been aggressive on offense and defense. I'd love to see them step on the gas, even here with a 10-point lead, and keep attacking.
Here you go. Hey, what is that?
Second and 6, incomplete. Be third down. He's looking for Kiki.
Well, this is what we talked about, guys, right? Get off the field. Let the clock work for you, not against you, and get this offense back cooking.
All right, 22. That's bingo, watch out on Monday, right? Double right.
Third down and 6 for McClendon. Four-man rush. Steps up and can't avoid that as he is taken down after just a gain of 1. So Houston will be punting away, and after they open up the second half with a field goal, the Stallions will get the ball back trailing by 10.
Oh, exactly what this Stallions team needed. Luke's mentioned it. Get a stop. Get 3 and outs. Remember that this clock runs until inside 2 minutes. So possessions are paramount. Getting a field goal on the board, now being able to have a drive to try to cut this lead once more. That's how Birmingham wanted to start.
Second Houston, 3 and out. Davis fields it at the 10, and it's a good punt return out to about the 23-yard line. So Birmingham back on offense. The defending champs trailing at home when we return here to UFL action on ABC.
As a director,
Championship game in St. Louis are available at ufl.com/tickets. Right now, Michigan and DC sit atop the standings, but these fans right here, Birmingham, they're hoping that they can make their way to the postseason and try to defend that championship. It is a great race down the stretch to see who gets to that UFL championship game presented by Underdog. Ricky Person on the carry as he is stacked up at the 25-yard line.
37. Razor move, Florida, 37. Razor bunch, move, Zodiac.
Razor bunch move forward at 37, bunch Zodiac. Come on, ready? Move. Good. Omaha. Ready, set.
2nd and 7. Pressure came through that C gap, and that's incomplete. That was Roby who was coming in on Case Cookus.
Still 11. Here we go. Here we go. They stay in 11. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go split. Bucks, too strong. Split Bucks, too strong. Too weak. Excuse me, split Bucks, too weak. Split Bucks, too weak. Split Bucks, too weak. Split Bucks, too weak. Split Bucks, too weak.
Hey, vodka. We gotta go. Vodka. Omaha. Ready.
3rd and 7 for Cook. It's free play opportunity as he shuffles it ahead to Person. And Person has a big chunk play out beyond the 45-yard line. TJ Franklin, the defensive lineman, may have been offside.
Offside defense in the neutral zone at the snap. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
Yeah, once again, Houston showing all-out blitz. They drop out of it. TJ Franklin jumps early. Good job by Cookus. Taking another hit, but getting the ball out of his hands.
Laser, Indian, Colt, Zombie. Oh, ready? Wait, Indian. This it. Colt.
20-yard gain by Person on that last play. Marable. And Marable! Look at him go here! And now Birmingham is putting themselves right back in this game.
Now watch vision there from Marable. That was supposed to go front side to the left. Sees the linebacker overplay it, so cuts back to the right, gets north and south, and run game really helping out this Birmingham offense right now.
31-yard run by Marable. Cookus, incomplete. Davis couldn't hold on.
That's the second one Davis has not been able to hang on. It's not normal for Davion Davis.
They're going tempo here with the one-word play call. You hear Pennsylvania. We'll see what that looks like. They go jet motion, play action, incomplete. I don't know if he was looking for Sternberger at the first level or even further downfield for Deion Kane.
Yeah, he's trying to get Sternberger right down the middle, but watch the wheel route. The backside defender gets caught. If he holds on to that just a second and gets to his third option or his second, third read to the outside, that wheel route would have been wide open. But again, with how much pressure Cookus has been under, I don't blame him for getting the ball out of his hands quickly.
This offense has come alive here in this third quarter, but how can he manage a 3rd and 10? Here's Cookus. Now he has time, and with it, gets the completion to Kane and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, this is an absolute dime by Cookus. Great job of looking to the left to hold that free safety down the middle and then hitting a glance route right on the money in tight coverage to Deion Kane. But that's the second time that I've noted his ability to hold that middle safety just enough to put it backside in a tight window.
Yeah, then he loses it.
Command center.
Just want to walk through the process here. I've got low left end zone. I'm just looking to make sure he has it long enough here. He's got control. I've got left, right. He's going to start to take a 3rd step. And that knee is down. Then it looks like the ball is coming out. So catching down. Just wanted to confirm it. Ruling on the field stands, Cole. We're good. Ruling on the field stands.
So you see Dean was looking through the process of the catch at the end of that play, and it is indeed a 21-yard reception by Deion Kane officially.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go Rambo. Baltimore. Baltimore.
Oh,
Rambo,
now they moved it back to the
Baltimore
4. They moved it back to the 4.
Whoa. That's shot. Yeah.
You see the frustration with Skip Holtz. That's not the play call he wants based on where the ball was spotted.
Yeah, I thought he was a couple yards ahead of that.
They're going to keep it, though.
Hey, Batman! Omaha!
First and goal. Person. And he's down towards it.
Okay, here we go, Rambo. Here we go, let's go, Rambo, yo, Colts even duo. Rambo, yo, Colts even duo.
Rambo, yo, Colts even duo. I want right.
So duo, just those double teams up front, trying to run behind. Big 65, Deontay Brown, 350 pounds, is generous. See if they can get these double teams to get some push.
Person. He is met at the 1-yard line. O'Neal undercut him.
Oh yeah, trying to run to the right, but Leon O'Neal all over that cutback.
Here comes their vaunted T-bone formation, going old school here for Birmingham.
Goal line zero, go tell him. Goal line zero!
I think we're good, Coach. We're good. We're good.
There it is.
We're good. We're good. We got 3 DBs.
Look at that loaded backfield T formation across. With a Marcus Ball in the backfield as well. Oh, and spiking right in against Marable was O'Neal to make the tackle.
This is Troy Polamalu in his glory days. Watch O'Neal come over the top. He's going to read this, but he's got a couple bodies. He's got to jump over to make the tackle. Unbelievable effort on back-to-back plays from Leon O'Neal.
What an awesome play by O'Neal.
That is, and more importantly, forces a field goal there down from the 1-yard line.
I mean, O'Neal just made potentially a 4-point play on his huge. The strong safety for Houston. So Mevis comes back in for the short field goal. And that single play stops them for the moment. But Birmingham, 12 unanswered points, as now they only trail by 7. The UFL will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
This formation, the first thing I'm paying attention to is where my guy is immediately. So immediately my guy went to the right immediately. I just followed him. I seen I had an alley, and I just jumped through it and made a play. That's it.
And when you watched it earlier, you said, I didn't even know I did that.
I didn't even know I did that. I just wanted to get one for my team, and I let him down on the drive. I had an interception. I had a chance on. I missed a tackle. So that's all it is. That's all it is, man. Just effort. And I got to keep doing it. So
keep it up.
Yeah, God bless you. Thank you. Yeah,
Sam, I think it's so nice that a great Texas Longhorn and an A&M Aggie like O'Neal can get along so well on the sidelines.
And the defensive coordinator is a Sooner, so we got a Longhorn, Aggie, and a Sooner. So
everywhere you look, Sam. Sam, what was your record against Texas A&M?
I was 2-2 versus A&M.
What about in Red River?
2-2 versus Oklahoma.
Okay.
Sam surrounded by the enemy.
You know the good thing about going to Vandy? Everybody loves Vandy. Everybody loves Vandy.
Wait a second. What was your record against Tennessee?
1-1 me.
What? So everybody's got their heated rivalry. What was your Georgia Tech-Georgia record, Ludes?
0-1 Thanksgiving Day.
Here's McClendon as he gets it out and gets it complete to Peterson. Peterson loses the ball at the end, but it is recovered by Houston as it moves forward and right into the hands of Kiki Chisholm.
That was a great job. I was trying to see who it was. Right here, just slapping the ball away. 16, Goodrich, yeah. Yeah, Goodrich there, running past the ball, but getting his hands on it. That's what Birmingham's going to need. Need a turnover, need to try to force the issue here.
Here we go.
See White. He is tackled for a loss. Of course, he had a 52-yard touchdown run in the first half.
Yeah, Myjai Sanders on the backside here is just all over this one. He's going to work down the line of scrimmage, and as soon as he sees White, he's just going to blow it up.
My.J. Sanders, who was third-round NFL draft pick by Arizona. He was on that Cincy team that made it to the college football playoff before they met up with Alabama. Well, McClendon hoping that they're good on 2nd and 12 as they keep it on the ground, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, Birmingham dropping into a lot more zone coverage. You know, they started a lot more man coverage earlier, and Houston was able to pick them apart and create opportunities and hit a couple explosive plays.
All-state halfback option. Remind them it's a hinges up
Playing
there.
a lot more zone.
All-state halfback option. Remind them hinges.
And you heard Jalen McClendon there saying he got hitches on the outside. Birmingham looks like they're in a cover 4. So everybody back, keeping everything in the front. I'd take one of these hitches on either side.
3rd and 10, pressure, stays on his feet, and then has to throw it quickly away. And the defense does their job well as Perrion Winfrey was collapsing on McClendon.
Yeah, McClendon just forced to be a little late on that one.
No, incomplete.
Because of the pressure, if he's there on time, Lawrence Keys has a first down, but instead, it's going to be 4th down.
Into the catch, yes or no? Just give me the personnel.
I got personnel. 4th and 1.
They're actually looking at the end of this play.
I didn't think there was a chance he got it.
Yep. Look at the low left end zone. Look at the feet.
Yeah. Look at this effort here.
It's 4th down. It's 4th down. They're looking at it.
Yeah. I've got that toe on the ground. I certainly can't change it.
It's incredible.
And he does maintain control.
Hey, Cole, we're going to want to pump this up here and then wind when we get everything settled down.
You guys are good with catching short.
Okay. Wind it up. 2.
That is completed. Wow. By Keys in a miraculous diving effort, and with it, it's 4th and 1. And they're going for it, and McClendon's going to pick up the first down. I mean, Dean Blandino had the eyes in the Verizon Command Center say, hold on, I want to take a look at that effort out on the near side. And Blandino said, believe it or not, foot is down, maintain control. Look at this catch.
So instead of 4th and 11, it's 4th and 1, and they go for it. I mean, Keys, that is just great concentration. I looked away after I saw him fall into the side, and I thought there was no way he caught that.
The ball is easily 2.5 yards out of bounds.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that was amazing by Keys. Lingard, now he carries it. So all of a sudden, here's Houston on the march. And the 3rd quarter continues to tick down here with that 7-point lead.
And I love what they called there on 4th and 1. It was just a zone read, but they're allowing McClendon to be a runner a lot more than they have the last couple weeks.
For a big play. He just got to laser it into the ball.
He's a big body guy. He's not running a 4.5, but he is dangerous, athletic enough to make you pay, and he's done that a couple times already today.
McClendon on 2nd down. He is taken down. He is torn down immediately by Marvin Wilson, the former Florida State star.
Yeah, and he's trying to wait for these routes to open up, but watch the pocket get pushed into the lap of McClendon. Both ways. I mean, there's nowhere to go. Nowhere to even step up and try to push that ball downfield.
Why Flutie up money? Monday ready. Hey, let's go. Here you go.
Final half minute of this 3rd quarter. 3rd down and long. McClendon looking for an option, and that is incomplete as he couldn't connect with Emmanuel Butler.
Yeah, this pass rush for Birmingham's really starting to take over. My.J. Sanders with the initial pressure there, causing Jalen McClendon to step up. Saw Marvin Wilson on the last play. All right, that Birmingham defense is hungry.
What a tale of 2 halves, huh?
End of the 3rd. They were up 25-6, and Birmingham comes back 12 unanswered. And it's 25-18. Critical game in the conference standings. And Houston trying to come up with an upset win on the road. Fourth quarter ahead. Don't go anywhere.
Marco's was just named America's favorite pizza chain, and we're celebrating.
Playoff action will be coming your way on ABC with Denver and Oklahoma City, and more UFL action will be coming up on ESPN. Big conference game between Birmingham and Houston. Top two teams make the postseason. That is fielded at the 7-yard line all of a sudden by David. He looked up and the ball was right in his hands.
I think he thought that was going to bounce the other way.
Luke's.
Yeah, guys, I'm down here with Jamar Smith, the backup quarterback for Birmingham. Now, basically for your entire adult life, you have been in this offense going all the way back to Louisiana Tech. So nobody better to walk us through what's coming on this drive. So once you hear this play, let us know what needs to be executed for an effective first down call.
So we got an inside zone right here with the relief. Seeing that apex player right here in the divide. If he's going to take away the run, we're going to throw the relief. If not, hand the ball off, man. Easy.
So you got basically two plays built into one, basically on the look.
There's no RPO.
I got to get you to buck your chin, even though you're not in. We got to be able to hear this lovely voice of yours.
And it was the pass option that they go with, complete to Davis.
Played the run, so we shot out there for the RPO.
I got to get you to clip it. We can't hear you. We got to hear you, buddy. Well, there we go. Thanks. Clip it for us. That's good. All right, what do we got coming up next?
Okay, that's all of them. Next time I'll tell you.
Yeah, if it ain't there.
Another RPO. We're just trying to see if the apex player is playing the run. He plays the run, we're just going to replace him with the pass.
All right, so it's a numbers game.
Yes, sir. Make it really easy.
Little math here in the UFL, Tess.
2nd and 8. Let's see how it
There's that
out
player, that
pass option. This time they stick on the run, and it's Marable who takes it ahead for a gain of 2. Jones with the tackle.
All right, let's listen up for the next.
Here, your Hawk 41, Louis ZN Hawk 41. Okay, here we go. Let's go, Louis ZN Hawk 41. Louis ZN Hawk 41.
So right now we got a full field drive play. See if we got a motion going. See if it's a zone, a man tail. We got a solo guy for man. Then we're going back to read the high-low defender to the field for an inside route with a drag.
3rd down and 6. Cookus. Flags raining everywhere as Williams had coverage on ball.
So they ran with man. The guy that came with the motion, he followed him, so we throw the out route to the tight end.
So for you guys, so much built in. There's a zone beater, there's a man beater, gives you options at the line of scrimmage to avoid being wrong, right?
Most definitely. He tries to always give a 1-high, 2-high read, just in case the defense shift late and you still read your movement key. So if it's 1-high, you got one side, 2-high, you got another side. So he does a pretty good job of giving us a two-way goal with the plays, and we just try to execute.
Here we go. Let's go, Rob. Let's go. Tell you what, go Rio. Go Rio. Go Seahawk. Odd shave. Rio. Seahawk. Odd shave.
Still attacking that apex player. Is a guy that's trying to play inside the box and the pass a little bit, so we're just trying to attack him right now. So he's outside the box right now, number 28. He's moving in the box. Take the roll down. Good job.
Marable as he spins his way to the 31-yard line.
It's a numbers game. It's a chess game, but it's most of the numbers game, just trying to go where they aren't and just try to execute where they aren't as well, and just try to put points on the board, man. That's all we got to do.
Jamar, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you spending some time with us.
Thank you all.
Yes, that circle I just made there, that's that apex player, that time in the box, so Cookus could have had the decision to spit it out to your receiver.
That's what I was actually thinking, just by him being in the box, they would have taken the option for the pass. We'll look for that here. A lot of time to take a shot downfield, but it is incomplete, as Deion Kane was waiting for that ball to track towards him, and Arnett, who had the pick 6 earlier, was there with coverage.
Yeah, good coverage, really good block by Marable to even give Cookus an opportunity to throw this one to the outside. This is the matchup they want one-on-one. They want Deion Kane. That one slightly underthrown, but honestly, that was an emphasis this week, because last week all those deep throws were overthrown by Cookus. That's the right ball there. He wants to give his guys a chance to make a play, but Kane couldn't come up with it.
3rd down and 4. And Marable trying to stick right there. And looks like he's right on top of it as he was tackled by Shepard. Let's see where they mark this ball. They're going to say 4th down. They're going to say 4th down.
What a big decision here for Skip Holtz. Just down 7. But if it's only a couple inches, maybe you feel like you could quarterback sneak.
Laser. Here we go. Laser move, in the odd. Laser move, in the odd. Laser move, in the odd.
This is from their own 34-yard line.
Laser move, in the odd. Laser move, in the odd. Laser move, in the odd. Hey.
Trailing by 7 from their own 34-yard line. They're going to use a timeout.
Can't get his comms going, guys.
Yeah,
it's so
communication.
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah, it's been an issue all game. See Skip just tossing his walkie-talkie that time. So the call there was in the odd. That's just a zone handoff. With it being 4th and 1 and really less than 1, I love just getting under center and going quarterback sneak if you trust your quarterback to take that snap.
And I'm thinking about an Indy. What do you think?
Yes.
Gooch? Gooch?
Gooch? Yes.
Gooch.
Yes, here, present.
You like Baltimore? You like Indy? What do you like here?
Either or. Indy's been better yield. It's your call.
Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go, Rose. Rose, Zach. Rose, Zach. Let's go Baltimore odd. Rose, Zach, Baltimore odd. Here we go. Here we go. Baltimore odd. Oh, ready?
Heard him talk to his offensive line coach and ask him what he likes here. 4th down and 1 off the timeout. From their own 34, trailing by 7, 4th down. Person fighting for it. This is going to depend on the mark, Jordan. Markel Roby and Marvin Moody were there defensively.
Wow, he's just going to pick it up. Wow. That was really close. You see the yellow line right in there. Person's going to get north and south, but then right here, Moody's able to drag him backwards, but forward progress did just get barely across that line. And a big pickup for Birmingham.
So they pick it up by just an inch. 1st down, Cookus with time, and it's a big completion to Jay Sternberger. What a play by Cookus.
Oh, this is so good. You're going to get a corner route. You have a linebacker, JT Tyler, in underneath trail coverage to Jay Sternberger. That's a mismatch all day, every day. It's a great ball by Cookus and a great job identifying that mismatch. Not a safety, but a linebacker on your athletic tight end.
26-yard reception by the former Texas A&M star tight end.
Here we go. Omaha. Raise it.
Focus on 1st down again. And he just shuffles it ahead to Person at the last possible moment to avoid the sack, and he works his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's just been a lot of protection issues today for Cookus. A lot of times the offensive line sliding in one direction and pressure is coming from the other. And you should be able to see this, right? You see this guy walked up. Your offensive line, you got 4 guys blocking 3 on the other side. You either need to re-ID the mic to keep the center and guards in with their eyes inside, not outside, or just completely flip the protection and slide it the opposite way.
Pistol. Get set. Omaha. Raise it.
Play action. Cookus looking for an option. May get a holding call here on 2nd down. We'll check on that.
Davion Davis fell down on that play. Cookus was looking at him downfield.
So hands to the
Just had to
face.
Scramble.
Offense 10 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Does he want to decline this? Jim.
It is indeed.
He's going to decline
Birmingham.
it. Okay. Illegal use of hand to the face. Number 85, offense. That penalty is declined. It'll be 3rd down.
I think he's trying to hit Davion Davis down the seam here and watch him fall down right as Cookus is stepping up to throw. Yeah, kind of got in the window of that curl route he was looking at, too.
Rob empties,
3rd and
Florida,
10.
26 straight search on whiskey, right?
It's 25-6 Houston lead. Birmingham's been coming back in this second half. The defending UFL champions looking for a little magic here in the 4th quarter. Free play. Ball is loose and out and recovered as it was O'Neal who came in. And that is not a good sign. Case Cookus, helmet off and in pain.
Boy, O'Neal's the one that jumped, and he's going to be the one that initially gets the pressure. Cookus knows he's got a free play. He's just literally trying to step up and throw a jump ball downfield, knowing it doesn't matter. They're going to get the penalty, but just a massive hit. I think it was Franklin came over the top there, kind of to the back of the head. Maybe a little whiplash, but Cookus got up, jogged off.
Hey, are you going to protect them?
That means he's in the medical tent already, and Jamar Smith is out there. Keep in mind all the quarterback injuries for Birmingham. Starter Alex, former Ole Miss star Matt Corral. Beasley, who came in for Cookus when he got injured last week, and now Cookus himself. They are down to Jamar Smith, who does know the system at least.
He knows the system, but he retired at the beginning of the camp because he didn't want to be the 3rd guy. I wanted to kind of move on with his life, get into coaching. Skip Holtz had not even seen him throw outside of warm-ups until Wednesday this week of practice.
So he gets here this week, returns, been a part of the team in recent years, and now instantly thrown into action on 3rd and 5. Jamar Smith, incomplete. That was denied. He was looking for Davis, but Armani Marsh was there to defend.
That's the right decision. Ball's just a little inside. Jamar Smith, man, it's tough to come off the bench cold and rip a quick out.
All right. Help me. Who took that away?
Harrison Mevis again out there for a field goal attempt. These drives in the second half have been coming up a bit short, with the exception of the big one and now the big kick. As from 52 yards out, Mevis closes it to a 4-point.
Houston up 25-21. Case Cookus just came out of the injury tent. When he went down on that last hit, he hit the back of his right elbow, and it sent some tingling sensation down into his hand. So he's trying to work through whether or not he can grip the football. Just came over and told Skip Holtz that's what he's having a hard time with. So I think he's going to work through it before they determine whether they're going to let him go back in the game.
That numbing sensation when you're playing quarterback?
The worst.
Oh.
I had it happen to me on the road at Ole Miss my senior year. The whole first half, had my arm taped up, I hit the funny bone. I couldn't spin the ball the way I wanted to, and it took about 2 quarters for that sensation to come back. And we were able to actually do something on offense in the second half.
I can't even imagine Keys on the return. I mean, it must felt like you're almost like shot putting the ball, right? Like you have no sense of it.
It's that radiating, fuzzy feeling, you know? Now imagine trying to grip a football and feel it as you're trying to spin it. It's really hard. So we'll keep an eye on Case Cookus to see how that right hand and right arm are feeling. He's been shaking it out, trying to wiggle the fingers. And
so it's 25-6 Houston. Their last points came at 5:54 in the second quarter. McClendon on first down gets it complete to Keys. Luke's.
Hey guys, down here with Case Cookus, I see you working through it, trying to get that feeling and sensation back in your hand. How's that affecting gripping the football?
Yeah, you know, it's loose, lost feeling in my pinky right now. You know, it doesn't seem like it's a super major issue, but I
just got to get feeling back because I wouldn't put the team in jeopardy if I can't grip the ball, you know?
There you go. Hey, rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, exactly.
18-yard reception by Keys. As Cook is telling us the latest with his injury. McClendon, whole issue in the backfield as he's taken down at the 41-yard line by Anai and Yarberry.
Yeah, this is a really, really big drive. I mean, obviously, look at the scoreboard. Houston at that 4-point lead.
out of it. Second 12. I didn't even see it.
It's like half of us didn't know when the snap was happening.
Yeah, they said it was on green. He said set Jack snap.
It's amazing to hear the audio saying the miscommunication on that last play. 2nd and 12. McClendon incomplete, couldn't connect with Hall underneath. So it's going to be 3rd and long as Houston tries to hold on to this 4-point lead.
That's right.
It was actually a good ball by McClendon there.
Tear.
Hall just kind of drifted in the window.
F money. 3rd and 10. Flex right tear, 26 chip. Y Flutie, F money.
Hey, gun, flex right tear. 26 chip, F Flutie, Y money. Ready? For one play, y'all know it.
Home crowd looking to roar for their defense. Can they get a stop on 3rd and 12?
Get all these guys showing blitz.
McClendon on 3rd down. Incomplete. Stallions going to get the ball back with just under 6 minutes to play, trailing at home.
Boy, again, Myjai Sanders coming off the edge, forcing Jalen McClendon to step up, and he stepped right up into a wall. This is a really good job with pass lane discipline. This is going to be initial, and then look at the wall here. So McClendon has no lanes to step up in and run through. That's what you're worried about most on 3rd down with an athletic quarterback. Him stepping up and running. Great job of gap discipline there and pass lane, rush lanes from that Birmingham defense. And they're going to give it back to the offense. And Case is throwing the ball around. Looks like he's that pinky's getting some feeling back.
4th straight Houston punt. Rivers with a sky punt turns it over. And it goes into the end zone with all that momentum. Remember, on ESPN, there's Dresser Wynn, starting quarterback for Memphis. Week 7. Jamar Smith was not even on the roster a week ago. He had been in recent years, then retired, and now called back in because of all the injuries at quarterback, and he finds himself in the game with the game on the line. Smith. With pressure in his face, he is taken down by Benson.
Pressure from the right side. Jamar Smith knew it was coming. I mean, he's a guy that's been in this offense since college, right? La Tech with Skip Holtz, so knows it well. But just hasn't played a ton of football at all, right? I mean, retired.
When he was at Louisiana Tech, he actually led them to a bowl game victory over Miami in the Independence Bowl back in 2019. But what a spot to be in. Here's Smith driving the ball and getting it complete. Can you believe this? Deion Kane. Jamar Smith, who had retired from pro football, in the game here, looking to rally.
And watch the confidence. He's going to throw this right off the ear of that linebacker underneath to Deion Kane. That is a confident rip. You know what I love is Skip went to an empty set. As a quarterback, anytime things are moving too fast, you need a good read on the defense. Go empty, force them to show their hand pre-snap. As you see, they're an empty once again.
Deion Kane, 23-yard gain, lost a shoe in the midst of that play. Here's Smith now on 1st down. As Smith is going to run it, and Smith is going to lower his shoulder. He says, what do I care? I wasn't even playing football a week ago. Come on.
Jamar Smith. That is a great job of stepping up here, trusting his legs, and then putting his shoulder down to finish that one.
11-yard run by Jamar Smith. 4 quarterbacks for Birmingham have been knocked out injured this season. Most recently, it just happened to Case Cookus in the midst of this game. And Jamar Smith, who they had to sign, is out on the field doing his thing as Keenan Isaac, the starting cornerback for Houston, is down injured.
And that's the guy that Jamar Smith put his shoulder down and ran over.
Not hot. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I mean? Now, I would imagine they're going to start to go to a 4 down and start bringing somebody from the outside. Okay, so I'm trying to give you a hot over here. Okay? What I just have called. Okay, Gators 7, blue empty, Gators 17 to the left and safe over here to the right. Oh, okay. Let's go.
Boy, and the sideline for Birmingham erupted when Jamar Smith got up, started trash talking a little bit after running over a DB. Maybe that's the jolt they need here to finish this drive off.
Trailing by 4, first down. Smith trying to get it out into space, threw it behind C.J. Marable, the running back.
Blue 4 to 47 safe. Someone ready?
47 safe. What else do you like, guys?
Can we get a Puma and a hog out?
Second down and 10. Smith gets it complete again. Drives the ball to Sternberger, and Sternberger is inside the 10-yard line. Jamar Smith has sparked this team.
Well, it's a great job. Watch Benson here and watch Sternberger. Benson is dropping into coverage, but he's got to match Sternberger. Instead, he goes way past him, leaves this big opening. Zone coverage is not running and dropping to a spot. Zone coverage is matching someone that enters your zone. So Benson there doesn't match Sternberger, leaves him wide open. Great read by Smith.
32-yard play just when they need it. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here, trailing by 4. The defending champs. Marable can't find much there. From sitting at home, out of football, moving on with his life, to replacing that guy, Case Cookus, here in the 4th quarter. Jamar Smith, as the Roughnecks are going to use a timeout here.
It's amazing. The 5th quarterback we've seen this year for Birmingham.
Yeah, he's out there now, Max.
The 3-time champs trying to make it a 4-peat. The revolving door at quarterback has been a struggle, but a familiar face now trying to win them a crucial conference game in their push to make the playoffs.
I think 15 minutes ago, he's down here talking to me, detailing what every single aspect of the play is. Now he's operating this. This shouldn't be all that surprising.
0-2, I got it. 0-2. All right, here we go.
Remember the story of the year for Birmingham, overcoming all the adversity with quarterback injuries, Jordan.
Yeah, started with Alex Magoo, went to IR. Corral went to IR. Case Cook has been banged up. We saw Andrew Peasley last week, and now Jamar Smith signed this week. First practice on Wednesday, coming out of retirement, trying to win the game for Birmingham here late.
2nd and goal. He was just signed this week. Back on the roster, reaching out, but unable to get there is Davis as he's down to the 1-yard line.
Oh, and a great read. He's hot here. He's got a free rusher right here. So what do? You replace him. You throw to your hot route, Davion Davis, who finally snags one after a couple unexplainable drops earlier in this game. And Jamar Smith is hyped.
2-minute warning. Remember how
to take the lead here. Big 3rd down, though. You're going to have 2 downs to get this. Obviously down 4. Field goal does nothing.
Rob Stack hack, rodeo 28 now.
3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Coming off the 2-minute warning. They were down 25-6. Now looking to take the lead.
Ready, set.
Smith, sprint right. Can he find something? He does it himself. That is their first lead of the game. And it comes with 1:55 to play with a quarterback that was out of football a week ago.
And the trust Skip Holtz just showed on a 3rd down from the 1-yard line of putting the ball in the hands of his quarterback, who they just signed Wednesday, and he does it with his feet. Unbelievable spark Jamar Smith has given to this team to take the lead. And a big one here to force Houston to have to get a field goal to tie it. from the 2-yard line.
They're going to call a timeout, as I think there was an issue with the personnel. Let's go back to that touchdown, Jordan.
Yeah, so this is just a sprint right. They're trying to throw the ball to the flats really quick here, but this linebacker's going to over-pursue. So Jamar Smith decides to cut it back upfield, makes him miss. And just great field vision from a guy who has not played tackle football in almost a year, over a year, almost a year. I mean, just signed Wednesday. Unbelievable from Jamar Smith.
The story of Birmingham's season, quarterback after quarterback after quarterback knocked out of games. It happened to their starter, Case Cookus. And in the fourth quarter, Smith steps into that spot, drives them down the field, and gives them their first lead of the game. And now the 1-point conversion attempt.
Richie, who's your eye, tie, hammer, wheel? One more, ready? Omaha! Ready, set.
And he is tackled short. That was Benson. Penalty marker comes in with the extra stuff that we had there.
Yeah, some pushing and shoving. Houston is frustrated, man. They had a stranglehold on this game.
25-6.
Yeah, and Birmingham has just chipped away, fought their way back into this. But a lot of time on the clock. Minute 55 left. Houston hasn't been able to find much offense here in the second half, but they are surely capable. With
ruling on the field was that the runner was short of the end zone. After the play was over, dead ball, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 28.
It's a dead ball after the play on Moody. So that's after possession.
That penalty we were assessed on the succeeding spot after the kickoff.
There's going to be 1:55 to play. Houston has 2 timeouts, do not have their challenge any longer. Chris Blewett is their starting place kicker that they're hoping to get into position. He's had an excellent career from being a great at the University of Pittsburgh to having spent time in the NFL with Chicago, Washington, and Cleveland. Lugs.
Well, 15 minutes ago, you were telling me how it's done. Now you're going out there and doing it. First and foremost, how did that feel, man? How did that feel?
What? It's been since 2023. Yeah. First game of the year then. Finally get back on the field, man. Just a surreal moment. Got my son in the crowd. It feels good to me.
From a knowledge-based standpoint, to allow you to come off the street, make plays like that late in the game, how much does your background with Coach Holtz play a role in that?
I know what he wants, just some of the stuff he calls, I'm already finishing the call before he even gets the play call out. So it's just a connection we've had since 2015 when I first got to Louisiana Tech. We just keep going to now.
Let's get that defense to hang on, right?
Let's go, baby. Let's get it done.
Kick is fielded by Keys. And Lawrence Keys. Ball came out, and Birmingham's on it. Lawrence Keys fumbled the kick return, and Birmingham's Trey Norwood jumps on it. What a devastating moment for Houston.
Wow, what a heads-up play here. By, I think is it 16? Watch him punch the ball right out. Goodrich. A great heads-up play, knowing Lawrence Keys had kind of stopped his momentum. He's got a couple guys, you got him rally, go for the ball, and that is massive.
I mean, that's coaching 101 right there.
So good. You know you got him corralled. You got 3 or 4 guys there, so go for the ball. And Goodrich, again, first game back from being injured. That is huge.
Then, of course, you have the penalty that we had on the conversion. So the ball is being moved all the way down to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, 2-yard line.
2-yard line. And Smith right back. Smith goes from being interviewed by Lugs for this movie script fourth quarter that's been written for him to this, as Person takes it right in for a touchdown. They were trailing 25-6. 25-6.
Ricky Person here finishing it off. Great job staying alive there, reaching for the goal line. Now an 8-point lead, and Birmingham's going to go for one to make it a 9-point lead. Remember, in the UFL, you can score a touchdown and go for 3. So even if they pick this up, it will still be a 1-score, 9-point game with 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
1-point conversion attempt, as he is short again. But all of a sudden, look up at the scoreboard. Wow. And if we can just right now on the fly introduce bad beats with Stanford Steve and SVP, there it is. It was 25-6 Houston. Birmingham was giving away 4.5 points, and they could end up covering here. 27 unanswered points.
Okay. All right.
27 unanswered points.
It's truly unbelievable, and really early in the second half, it was the defense getting Houston off the field. A couple 3-and-outs, allowing their offense to get in rhythm, chip away a couple field goals, just get some positive momentum, and then this game just blew wide open here in the fourth quarter.
And with a quarterback who had retired from pro football. He had retired from pro football.
Hadn't played in a game since 2023. We're in the year of our Lord 2025. Joe Tess, what is happening?
How wild is this? Jamar Smith comes into the game and leads them back. And here's Keys, who fumbled moments ago. Just over 1.5 minutes to play. And all of a sudden, Houston is trailing by 8.
And this offense has just disappeared in the second half. Just 49 yards of offense here in the second half after 215 in the first half. The change to me is Birmingham started playing top-down zone coverage. We're going to play cover 4. We're going to take away those deep shots, get out of man coverage, and force you to make good decisions over and over and over again.
I mean, the score was 25-6 Houston with 5:54 to go before halftime.
Everybody here. Hey, look. Shut up, listen. Come on. Same situation. Sorry, left here.
That guy, Jamar Smith. That is the story of the day.
Rub that lucky head.
Right here. Here you go. 180.
McClendon. Trailing by 8 now. It's incomplete. So they were charging in on him with an eye.
Well, again, Birmingham dropping back into a soft zone. And you still have plenty of time here. Houston's got 2 timeouts. 1.5 minutes left. You can take those short throws a couple times, get the guys the ball in space, let them try to break a tackle. You don't have to try to get it all back in 2 or 3 plays. Again, look at this soft zone coverage.
McClendon is sacked. I mean, Birmingham all of a sudden can do no wrong. Carlos Davis with the sack.
Look at the spin move on Atagi, the right guard here. Just watch this. This is a big man with some juice. Spin move beats Atagi right at the line of scrimmage, and the all-UFL player Carlos Davis from last year with a big play to push Houston back even further.
And a timeout by Houston. Look how fired up they are. What happened just moments ago, they're laughing over it. They can't believe it. This is Jamar Smith doing it on his own to take the lead, and then Jordan always value the football.
Special teams plays. This was unbelievable. Goodrich with the punch out to give Birmingham the ball, which ended up being inside the 2-yard line, and then hand off to Ricky Person for the touchdown to make this an 8-point game. And now 3rd and 18. Houston's got to try to get half of this back.
3rd and 18, McClendon. It's incomplete. I mean, you imagine you're sitting here. It's 25-6. Aaron put it out there. Aaron Dolan says 25-6. You know, dogs have been happy, but you're grabbing 4.5 points. You're catching 4.5, and you're up 25-6. And you're about to lose that bet, depending on this 4th down. Minute to play, 4th and 18. Here's your ball game. Fourth and 18. That's it. That does it. Winfrey and Bradley Anai combining to take down McClendon. Ball came out at the end there.
Yeah, Anai with the pressure here, and Winfrey's going to loop over the top and put the finishing blow on McClendon. Now they had all-go special called there, which is 4 verticals, trying to get everybody past the sticks and hopefully make a prayer of a play. But
and we detailed to you how big this was when it came to the conference standings, because for Birmingham now, they get that 2-game lead with the gap now in front of Houston. Michigan at 5-2. Birmingham moving to 5-2. Top 2 teams make the postseason. 3 straight years they've won a championship. You see the 13-point halftime deficit, the largest comeback in UFL history. It was 25-6 before halftime. They scored just before the half. Defense did their job, and then Jamar Smith. I mean, Skip Holtz sitting back with new quarterback after new quarterback, injury after injury, and the guy who he coached in college and then had as a backup in the pros, he signs him off the street to welcome him back into the franchise, and he wins the game for him, does Jamar Smith. That was awesome stuff.
Yeah, you hold on to that one, Jamar. You're going to remember this moment for a long, long time. That's what the UFL is made for.
So now the conference standings look this way. Birmingham and Michigan sit atop at 5-2. What a thriller. They came all the way back. NBA playoff action coming up next. For Jordan Rogers, Sam Acho, and Tom Luginbill, I'm Joe Tessitore, asking you to enjoy the